I'm really drunk. I'm gonna try to get this video out really quick. Okay, I gotta get it out here. All you motherfuckers. Sorry, I'm drunk. Alters, my bad. Everybody that's into the Matrix, you gotta understand that this is a spiritual and physical thing. It's not all technological. It's not all craziness. God damn it. I don't even want to make this video. You gotta understand that energy cannot be destroyed. Any form of consciousness, intelligence, being, anything that has a semi-consciousness remains and wants to live on. So it will be recycled. All your enemies, all your opponents, oppositions will remain. This is why you need to integrate. The Matrix is not about fighting. It's not about fighting agents. It's not about fighting demons. It's about living above and integrating. You shed the light in and you help evolve them. When you become the tippity top pyramid god, you realize that all lower forms are in essence, in a sense, your children. Okay, they are lower forms in you. Do not hate and cut them away from you. They're all a part of your consciousness. And here's where it gets complicated. New consciousnesses are always being born. There's always new realities being born. You don't have to go and accept them all, but be aware of how they work when you come into a new one. That's how your own path will let you know. It will allow you to fall into other paths. You don't have to do the effort because it's not your time yet. It's not relevant. When it's relevant is when it's relevant. Okay? Too much effort is not the right way, but you get what I'm saying. So anyways, you need to integrate. You need to reorganize everything. You need to fuck off science, okay? Science works to a degree, but it is a religion. You need to reorganize, reprogram your mind. Okay, everything in life that you were taught, you need to reorganize it in a way that you interpret it, that's personal to you, that works best for you, okay? If things are not making sense, then bring in magic, bring in your La La Land imagination. I know it sounds crazy, but this is where the gods come in. Now, in your mind, you can create worlds, you can create beings, you can create. Look up tulpas. My point is that everybody has this fear induced. Okay, the fear will always be there, but it's not your fear. It's just a fear that's there, and you're allowing it to enter you. Okay, anxiety, paranoia, everything. People, even the government that have access to Tesla, scalar weapons, all this shit, they are under the influence of ideas, thought forms, okay? Ongoing, repetitious thought forms. So you need to understand that you have control over that. You don't have to look at a triangle and believe what it is, what you were taught. You can totally rearrange the triangle. A triangle is just 3 points and 3 lines and whatever. Start breaking things down and reprogram it to the way you want to do it. And you can rescript, rewrite life, because we are all living language. If DNA is a bunch of codes and we use language to interpret and understand our perceptual world, then we are the inside outside all happening at once. And it's all in reversal to where people are having us fight outside to fix the inside, and it's not how it works. The inside is the outside, the outside's the inside. So once you start dealing with the inside, the outside will be affected because it's a mirror. You can't, the outside is reflecting what's inside. So you have to deal with the inside. Stop building, stop working, stop worrying about building empires and, oh, I gotta make money and I gotta have this, I gotta leave a mark and I gotta be like that. Stop it. Work on the inside, because you will start seeing the changes on the outside. And it's, people want to fight all these things, and it's like these agents are all here for a reason, for a purpose. That's why they said the devil was here to challenge you. It's not an enemy. It's testing you. It's helping to push you to grow. So stop fucking being the victim. Stop turning everything into demons and insects, reptilians. Everything has its place. They're all in a hierarchy place. And honestly, it serves to let you kind of know, what do you consider to be intelligent? What do you consider to be life and worthy? You know what I'm saying? You want to say a rock or elements or chemicals aren't aware, they're not important. You could basically say they're like machines, robots. But those are the very beings that make up who you are. All those in collection, all those little parts make up the whole, which make you your personality at the tippity top, you. And you are dependent on those. Imagine being in a cell and your whole existence is to grab a molecule out of a little window and hand it off to another window, to another fucking person. You're basically in a box. You get handed something and hand it over. You get handed something, hand it over. Handed it, hand it over. Hand it over. Handed it, hand it over. That's your whole existence. And you say, oh, that's just a little machine. That's just a little nothing. That has to live its course and die. And that's all it knew. And you are sitting here buying shit from Walmart, fucking watching stupid ass fucking movies, bitching and gossip about stupid ass fucking bullshit, wasting your lives away when you have all these little parts that are working their asses off to keep you alive. And I have been in those realms where those things have begged me telepathically. They have wished that they could be in the main seat control of my mind and have my life. And just how sad it is that this is back a long time ago when I was on drugs. I was wasting my life, and my body, literally my nervous system, my body revolted against me, and it told me, you are a piece of fucking shit. Look at you. You have all this potential, all this freedom to do whatever you want, and you are just sitting here in a hotel on drugs, fucked up. And what we would do, what we would give to be you. And you know what I mean? And in that moment, I couldn't even blame them because I was a piece of shit. And it is kind of like that. Why should I occupy a room or a space when someone else could benefit from it? So I'm just letting you know, like, you really need to look at who the fuck you are. And you really need to look at how things are and stop being so negative. You don't have to be accepting of everything. Just understand how it works and how it plugs in. And then you'll be able to navigate around the system and create your own systems and, you know, plug it in or whatever. It's really all up to you, but it takes time. It takes steps. That's kind of one of the tricks in this whole game is things have to make sense. Things have to plug in and connect together. You can't just go off on everything because you'll go fucking crazy and psycho. If you think that up is down and left is gold and gold smells like oranges and oranges are fucking hard as concrete and it's Wi-Fi with the, you know, Big Mac cheese and the, you know, and the Hello Kitty pink white with the sandals and the beer cans. You get what I'm saying? You are not fucking gonna get anywhere with that kind of unorganized structural thinking. So that's a true schizo. Somebody that has total disorganized thinking. The associations are so connected to each other that this motherfucker's just flying around and it's surprising he even gets his clothes on. So don't fight these things. Integrate them because they're not going anywhere. You can die and get reincarnated over and over and over and over and over and be gods over and over and over and over. And all the demons, all the demigods, the semis, the humans, the whatever the fuck, the animals, everything, it's all going to be there. It's all going to be there. It's all stored there, energetically wise. So you need to give it a place. You need to help it along its way. You need to basically take that energy in its form and love and care for it so that it can grow and move on to a better form. And here's the biggest joke and the trick with Gnosticism is that you're trapped. There's infinite time. You're trapped. If you're trapped, that means that there was a wall. I mean, if there's a wall, that means there's something outside the wall. You get what I'm saying? If somebody puts a wall in front of you, that already indicates, that already tells you there's something behind the fucking wall. If there was no wall there, you wouldn't know that there was a difference. So you put the wall there. It's not like some demons put the wall there. You put the wall there because you wanted a break. You wanted to go to sleep. You wanted to take time off. You wanted to die. You wanted to get away from yourself. Because if you were staring at yourself forever, the infinity forever and ever and ever, just you staring back into yourself. I mean, that could be a hell in itself. So why wouldn't you create illusions to separate yourself? So all I'm saying is we are always going to be separated to a degree because this is the best way it works. So we all have our individualists, you know, our individuals and our independence because some reality, and we all want our reality. We don't want to have one reality and, you know, we all work as a machine. But that's what I'm trying to say is you need to integrate. You need to understand all these realities and see how they all fit into each other because all realities fit in. It's not like somebody just comes up with something and it doesn't make sense and it doesn't fit in. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing in this world that doesn't make sense, that makes sense. Like somebody doesn't just make a story up that doesn't make any fucking sense and it makes sense. It has to fit in somehow. Everything in this fucking world is fitting in somehow. That's the way language works. We don't have any other weird like language that doesn't make sense that's fitting in, unless you're like really out there and we're not evolved enough to understand it yet. Like mathematical fucking syntactic. Never mind. You get what I'm trying to say. Your mind is a very powerful thing, and your mind is split up into many pieces, and it's leading you along. So stop looking at these things as bad because they're dependent on you and you only. You are the source of everything, and it's like all these people are hella paranoid, and it's like, if you're so paranoid, why the fuck is everything so interested in you? Maybe you need to turn that around. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe they got you fucking fooled. Maybe you're the one that's fucking powering everything. So that's where you need to flip it around, take charge and responsibility of who you are, and decide what kind of personalities, what kind of alters you want to keep inside your mind. Get rid of the things that are bringing you down, and lead by example. You don't need to talk about it. Just lead by example. Just do the right thing. Just do what you need to do. People will see that and they will do. The ones that resonate and they identify, they will understand and they will follow. And that's what your goal is. Don't follow anything outside. Follow your heart and what's going on inside, and you will change everything outside. And I know this sounds like whatever, but it's going to take 1 by 1 by 2 by 3 by 4 by 6 by 16 by, you know what I mean? It's going to take, and people are already working on it. So nobody wants to be hurt and damaged and fucked up, but that's what's happened to a lot of us, and it's going to take a lot of healing, a lot of uncovering and going back and healing all the archetypes, all the parts and selves. We are a collection of cells inside. We put on a mask, for society, but we have to go back and we have to heal and integrate all that and put it all back in a meaningful way that it all makes sense and everything is in a coherent balance. And, so anybody that is talking about anything fear-based at this point, it's just bullshit. Anything that has a hierarchy that's better, it's not how it works. It's not how it works. You will only be you. You were born you, you will die you. And your mind is projecting a circus. So just follow yourself. Follow your heart. And just remember, how you treat the outside is how you're treating yourself. So that's just the one thing. You don't have to deal with everybody, how you want. You don't have to deal with people that annoy you and all that, but just remember that in a sense they are a part of you. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm out.